Hello, here is an Osaka League game played on 3 handicap that white won by resignation because black was going for outside thickness, but he didn't manage to convert that influence into territory. So in the end, black only got the low right corner, but white has 3 corners, sides and the center group. So not enough territory, therefore black had to resign. Let's see what happened from the beginning. So we can see from the start that black has a conservative way of playing, going for a solid corner defense. Here black should attack the top left corner, either low or high, and see what happens. If white simply takes a corner like this, nothing wrong to have a basic Joseki that will set up a moyo in the top for black. But playing a move like this reminds me of Tuno from IGS, always conservative. But if you're too conservative, the handicap stone's potential will vanish quickly. So white is active, very good. Attack again. Black played an attach, but this is a bit questionable. Usually this kind of move is played when black already has a middle side extension at k4 to set up a moya on the bottom side. In this case, it's not necessary. It's good enough to play f3 or f4, because anyway, white has to defend one of the corner approaches. So when white defends on the left with this kind of extension, black can kick and attack the stone on the right. Also, black can decide to pincer without a kick, but this is a personal choice here. And if white defends the stone on the right, for example a slide and extend back here, this is going to be a gote joseki for white. Black can attack the stone on the left. So either way, black is going to attack one of the weak stones. But now black attach here, hane, go up, kosumi, this is very trendy, and black turns. It's possible. Usually black simply defends the corner, because now white will either push to expand the moya on the left side or extend back to c10 to fix a base. And in this case, black has the chance to extend on the bottom side to set up a moya, which is the original plan when going for a tsuki at d6. But black turns right away. That's also possible, and pushes along. Now white takes the corner, that's fine, and goes down. Now here black blocks at d2, but this is a little bit slow. Black should still consider k4. If white jumps under, black doesn't have to care so much about it and attack the right side. Also, hane in the head of 2 stones here, it's quite annoying. This will happen later in the game, and we will talk a little bit about it when it's played. So block first, and now white plays a shoulder hit. That's a nice idea to come on the bottom side. Now here, if black plays n3, white will jump, then wedge, atari, connect, and now a hanging connection. I mean, some kind of light defense. This is related to a ladder, and the ladder is fine for white. So I can play that kind of move. Otherwise, white has to play this one. And if black extends again on the bottom, when white pushes along, the shape is excellent in the center, and now white can just play other moves on the board. But black played this attach here. This shows fighting spirit. Black wants to separate n4 from the right side, but here white managed a very nice abaki again. The kosumi, very good. Black plays the corner this time, and white approaches s15. That's a little bit hasty. Here I would still go for r10 and later on go all the way to s16. If black plays a move in the corner, r15, to prevent any kind of corner approach, white has time to erase the bottom side. So something like this, which is similar to what happened in the game on the bottom. It's pretty large and urgent. So white went s15 all the way. Black covers. Black obviously wants to go for outside thickness with this move, but now the joseki is to push first s14 and then just go in the corner in the sansan. Then black will push once, turn, and extend from the wall. Usually this is the follow-up, so black allows the corner invasion to get some outside thickness, but always it's good to extend from the wall. So if black changes his mind and he goes back in the corner, white feels very good with the hane at r13. Then it makes this exchange a little bit bad for black. It's like a waste. So usually push out from the corner, then go in the sansan to expand the eye space. Now white pushes like this, then jumps in the corner. Now here, Oh, black shouldn't connect against, protect the cutting point yet. It's better to go q17 because this is threatening the push and cut, so white will go down. And then on the right side, black can play s14 because when white cuts, black just extends. When white goes up, black can block the corner, and this is not yet alive, so white needs another move. And now black can extend again on the right side. Because this kind of move is threatening the cut at r7. So white will either go up or play a Kosumi, or sometimes Kosumi Tsuke, and then find a way to live in the corner. But overall, there's nothing to worry about for black, because this group in the top is safe, the one on the right is safe, and white has two heavy stones running inside the middle, inside black's influence, so it's fine. But black panic about the cutting point, so he just protects, and that's a little bit heavy. Anyway, the way to protect here should be a Keima, because when white cuts, black has the Atari here. When white turns and black Nobi, the shape is much better. Now like this, white can turn or peep as it happened in the game, and black's connection ends up with an empty triangle. So that's a bit more ugly for black. This is good, but it doesn't have to be that far away. It's still proper to play r10, so respect a little bit black's thickness here and keep some distance. Because anyway, if black jumps here, it doesn't hurt, and if black blocks the corner, it's also safe. So black is not going to profit much. This move, in a way, tries to connect under at s13, but it leaves some agi around r8, r9. So black jumps in, but he actually shouldn't. For black, it's more urgent to play a move like k4. This will attack n4 and also make use of the wall on the lower left. So peep first, white connects, then again white tries to connect under. Now here it's a little problem. Black can play a hane, in which case when white cuts, black will counter Atari from the outside. White has to take and then hane under to separate these two stones from the group on the right and the one in the top. So when white plays something like this, black will push through and separate again. Now white needs to worry about eye shaping the corner as well. So in the end, white will leave, but black gets much more thick on the outside. Now black can play the block in the corner, which will chase white out into the center. And this way, if white just runs to survive in the middle, this will result in a big territory on the bottom side for black. So here is where black had the chance to build a lot by using the agi. I think the reading on the right side goes that if black Nobi, white connects under, and that's it, white is fine. But both white and black miss the hane combination, where you just sacrifice in order to separate. This shows some fighting spirit, but actually black can push solid or play a Keima. It's a much stronger way, because this kind of move leaves some cuts, so white can push through and turn, push again, and now there are two cutting points, O2 and M2. Therefore, when black pushes like this, there are no cuts. White obviously will still extend towards the wall, but then black can use the shoulder hit and Nobi or Tsuke to put a lot of pressure on the bottom group. And even if this bottom group leaves, black can profit in the center. Compared to the game where white leaves very comfortable and black gets nothing inside his walls, that would be a much more active option. So black attacks the corner, that's good. White very calm. Black extends back, that's also good. White jumps in. Normally the extension here should be h17, but probably black felt good about his wall in the top right, so he went on the 4 line. Obviously this black guy likes to play for thickness, so white jumps in. And usually against this kind of invasion, black will play a Kosumi Tsuke and then a Keima, trying to surround those two stones and push them into the wall. But he played away. Here on this kind of Tsuke, normally you gotta play a hane first, black Nobi, and then a Kosumi Tsuke, and black goes down. This is a better shape. Now you can do something with the top, so either extend here or jump out. So this block, yeah, it's quite powerful, and that can hurt white in the corner later on. But white jumps, this is good. Actually, white can also think about Tsuke here, then pull back, because it kind of ruins the base for the wall as well. So if something like this happens, all of a sudden white is coming out with a light shape, and this wall is going to be in danger. But anyway, good idea to play a jump. Another jump, it's M17. Even if it's a tiny base, when black plays here to secure the wall and then comes out, white can slide, and it's much easier to fix the eye shape in the top. So the jump, it's usually a move you play when you don't have space to extend left and right. Like for example, if you play a move here and your opponent attacks from the right, then obviously the only option is to jump out. But if he attacks with a cap, you will jump to the right. When he surrounds, you will jump to the left. When he blocks, you go to the right again, and then you make eye shape. And that's it. You leave in a few moves under. So he jumps along. Here it's good enough to jump again in the center. Those slides can wait. Well, normally, probably the way of thinking here for white is that black will play a Kosumi like this, then slide again, and it's very easy to fix the base. But black was a bit more aggressive. Now, when white covers, crawls under, black obviously will cut through. So white can think about J16. If black connects, white connects and nothing happens. And if black goes down, white can cover or cut. Cover is an option. Black will simply connect and then push once, give up the stone, then jump again in the center. It's not such a big deal to lose that stone and keep everything connected towards the middle. So like this, black pushes through. Well, the shape is quite bad, but the way white connects here should be L17, because when black cuts now, you don't always play M17. You might think about Keima, for example. And the reason is, if black blocks, you can use Atari, then catch the stone in a ladder. So just push it to the top. Now, if black plays in the middle, you have the option to push again, and this will expand the eye space in the top, much more natural. Once you play this hanging connection, black Atari, and this is committed, so white needs to connect, is the only way. But when you play the solid move and black cuts, you don't play M17 automatically. You have other options, so Keima is one of them. Therefore, Atari comes, connect, black connects, and Kosumi. White can actually play the bump. When black goes up, this group is alive in Sente. So now white has time to no-be here. This is quite big for the left side. And also, jump around here would be proper. Or cover. But I prefer the jump. And jump again to secure the bottom side. So Kosumi. That was Sente anyway, huh? Yeah. Okay, but black played the slow move. He doesn't need P13. He's already safe. So he can play Hane here, which prepares the Atari and capture the cornerstone. So when Hane, white's move is going to be probably an empty triangle. Then Hane in the head of two stones. And here we will see in a moment. So cover, this is slack. White jumps 2 space, but it's good enough to jump 1 space. Because on a peep like this, white can connect, and then when black pushes through and cuts, white has this kind of squeeze, which is very nice. Then connect. So with this jump, it's a little bit loose. Black can try a move to separate, but here it's still good to take away a liberty. So block. If black comes down, you have the option to play the Hane on top. Also okay to go down first, but it's more interesting to play Hane on top. When black Hane here, you can just Hane again and connection in the center, but it's also okay to separate and connect like this. Black has to go out. Well, he can also capture the stone, but this way there are more forcing moves for white. Well, all these forcing moves can be kept as co-threads, and then you push through and catch this stone. So you're giving up a tiny bit here, but you get so much more powerful on the outside. And actually the descent is an option too. So descent first, black will separate, then the tiger mount. Black has to go out with an empty triangle. Then you can play a Keima, he needs to catch this stone, and now you push through here. And even if you just cover, it's already good enough. Because you lose a stone like this, but you erase all the center. So this was kind of similar, but white shape is not that great. Here black should connect solid. Then white will push through, and now black can use this cut. So this way, black can still get a lot in the center compared to the actual game. It's very important for black to try to cut the Keima at the waist around K5, but he never get a chance. So one space jump, actually the Nobi is the proper move. When you play the one space jump, black can still use this move. So once you defend the corner, he will Atari and push through. And if you defend the outside, he will capture the stone in the corner. So that's flexible, but in the same time, it leaves Aji, those holes. So when black plays a move like this, he obviously wants to play b8 next. But for white locally, it's good to defend b9, because when black bumps, you pull back, so the shape is connected, and now there's a cutting point that remains behind. Therefore, black has to come back and protect it. Another way for white, if you don't find any appealing move locally, you just play tenuki. So let's say you cut here, then you play something like this. And when black goes down, the shape point is b8. When black plays b8, you just connect solid, and now black needs to come back. Because if you play b7, black will come back threatening a snapback, and then he will slide. He's not going to connect back at e9. He will probably play something like this, because in case of a cut, he has a backup plan to leave on the left side. So if you tenuki, black will either go c9 or b8. But going down, empty triangle, it's not so great. Because once he pushes here, you need to go down again. It's like playing a jump, he goes down, and then you immediately connect c8 when it's not necessary. Because at this stage, you can cut and fight, or you can push along, or you can play other moves. So it's like wasting a move in the process. For black, it's good to go down, because this threatens Atari on the second line. And now if white cuts, he will Atari right away, and that's super painful, and then just extend. And it's hard to catch this group. Once you play on the side, he comes out. When you try to surround, he slides. So he leaves under because of this Atari at b8. So that empty triangle, it's clearly not an option. You better play Hane, and then on the double Hane, connect with the tiger mouth, he goes Atari connect, and now there are cutting points. So black comes back to fix the cutting points, and this gives white center to play in the middle again. So that was an option to forget about, this c8 tiger mouth, tiger empty triangle formation. So we have a tiger mouth here, that was good. Jump in the middle. Now secure the bottom group, that's also good. Oh, that was an Ajikeshi. Once black played q8, it's finished. No more combination with Hane and counter Atari and so on. So that was a thank you move. Black keeps connecting his stones, but not in an effective way. So they are not going to build. Now the proper move for white would be just m7. This connects against all the cutting points and it's fine. But anyway, a jump like this shows confidence because white can connect to the bottom or to the left. Yeah, so here normally white is supposed to go down. But now that black is connected already, you can also give up those 3 stones. This one is not that big. The thing is, the 3 stones are important, in fact, for the life in the corner. And that honey in the top, it's not such a big deal. Because black can just block and leave it like this. So now, Atari on the left side, then black can push in the corner, hit the vital point in the 2-2, and connect under. And now, white has to leave. That's a bit painful, just to make 3 points instead of 10 or more. So black played away. strange he allowed that connection underneath when he could always play f18 in center. Extremely conservative this black, it cost him the game. And now he tries some desperate invasion. Actually the move here is to just go under with Keima. But the attack in the corner is still appealing. If white plays here, for example, black can catch these stones. And white might even add another move. In fact not. Just capture the left side. Oh. Black was hoping for some Hane, Atari, take and leave in the corner in center. But once white blocked this way, none of those variations work. So black is just losing the stones in the corner. Anyway, overall, this was a pretty good game for white from the beginning to the end, with some opportunities for black, but well, black wasn't able to spot them and punish white in any moment of the game. So we can conclude this was a complete victory for white. Enjoy the review.